Film Development Hell, Day 69, Applying for a Grant and Meeting a Director of Photography is the name of this video. Why? Well, my name is Deborah Richards, and I am an independent film director from Las Vegas. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is a daily deep dive vlog look into my life as an independent film director. And currently, we are in development of our third feature film. It's a horror called Scissor Mouth. And we're in the late stages of development. The things are really heating up. And the other day, I got an email about an opportunity called Breaking Through the Lens. And it seems like this is the criteria for this opportunity is perfect for us. It's supposed to be an opportunity for films in the late stage of development. And, at least one of the members of the team has to be LGBTQIA plus, and I happen to be a proud card-carrying member of the LGBTQ community. So this grant looks like it's great for us, and it's a $10,000 grant. So we're going to be applying for that today. And also, I've been on a deep search for a director of photography for our next film. And if you watched this last week, you will have seen that I found a female DP that I'm very impressed with in Australia. Her name is Susan Lumsden, and she has DP'd 3 Netflix series. And so I reached out to her, and I sent her the screenplay, and she loved the screenplay. And we've been chit-chatting online, but today at 4 o'clock, we're going to have a Zoom and a coffee to get to know each other and continue the conversation. So I'm really excited about that. It's a little bit crazy because the meeting's at 4 o'clock, but she's in Australia, so it's actually the next day in Australia. So when she said, hey, can you meet on Friday the 13th? She really meant, can I meet on Thursday the 12th, if that makes sense. So, fun-packed day today. But as you guys know, nothing happens without coffee. So let's coffee. Cheers! Yummy, yummy coffee. Okay, let's have a look at this this grant that we are going to be applying for. And the super cool thing about this grant, guys, it's called Breaking Through the Lens. And the great thing about it is it was recommended to us through Film Fatales. If you guys don't know, I've spoken about this before. Film Fatales is an amazing organization of women who have all directed at least one feature film. And the cool thing is they email me all the time with like different opportunities, but sometimes these opportunities just won't be appropriate. They would be like, a grant or a fund for Holocaust stories, for example, or for whatever it is, or BIPOC or whatever. But this one happened to be right up our lane because you have to be LGBTQ, plus you have to be in the late stage of development, plus you have to be planning on shooting a movie in the next 2 years. So we are all of these things. This is very exciting. And what's really cool about Film Fatales is not only will they notify us about these opportunities, but once we apply, they'll actually write a letter of recommendation for us as well. So that's super exciting. So let me show you what this opportunity looks like. It's called Breaking Through the Lens. Welcome to the 2026 Breaking Through the Lens Action Grant application. Please read the guidelines and procedures carefully before proceeding. You may save a draft of your application at any time and return later, so don't hesitate to get started. 10,000 euros Action Grant. How much is that in real money, in American money?
I think it's 13.
Cool.
Do you want to find out?
Yeah. Yeah, let's find out. So it's 10,000 euros. It's open to directors worldwide who experiences marginalization due to their gender. Ching, 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 ching. Including women and LGBTQIA+.
It's actually $11,580.
Yes, dude.
See, it used to be more, but the euro's gone down.
Who have a feature or documentary in late development. Note, all in the case of documentaries, we accept projects that have begun production. That's interesting. Applicants must demonstrate how the grant funding will allow you to advance in a critical area of development, be it casting, location scouting, hiring crew, or shooting a scene. There are no limits, as long as the action taken moves the needle on your project. What should we say that 10,000 is being used for?
Raising crowd equity.
That's okay.
I mean, that's honestly that's what it is.
Yep.
You're not at a stage of
Yeah.
applications yet.
Yeah. New offering. In the cycle, one of the finalists will receive the Symbol Impact Award, an additional $10,000.
There we go.
Unrestricted grant for the filmmaker to be decided by a jury member. So all in all, there's 20 grand up for grabs here. All applicants will receive free access to our workshop recordings, blah, blah, blah. Peer-to-peer networking, that's cool. Training workshops, sure. Industry roundtables, why not? And invitations to our private cocktail party at Sundance and Cannes. Now we're talking. The Action Grand finalists will become part of our 2026 cohort, receiving additional coaching, curated financing meetings, and travel support to attend the Cannes Film Festival. Catching all this?
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
No, it's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I looked at it when you first sent it to me. Yeah, attending Cannes. Can you imagine someone paying our way?
Oh, so I don't. Okay, so this is a bit of a catch-22 that I don't think we can use it for the crowd equity, and here's why. It says materials to prepare for upload. The top sheet of the budget for the entire project with the 10,000 grant expenditure lines clearly marked. So on the top sheet, they want that 10,000 clearly marked. Now, what we could do.
Look at the top sheet. What can we put it for?
Oh, well, I know exactly where we can put it for. Marketing, $200,000.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
But it has to be something that we have to do now to get the movie done. I don't think marketing will come like after.
No, you can do marketing at any point
Yeah, I
in
know.
the movie's
Okay,
life.
okay.
And that I was thinking if we,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I was thinking if we get that million and or the 2 million based on our budget, that and let's just say we got the million based on our 2 million budget,
Right.
and we needed to raise the other million, then we would go forward with crowd equity. Well, where are we going to take that money from? It would be from that marketing money.
Right. It just doesn't seem all that. We're going to be looking at all sorts of these applications and saying, "Oh, we're going to put 10,000 towards marketing." Just seems sort of like a. Wow.
No. We'll say from our marketing, we will put 10,000 towards crowd equity to
Okay,
build
okay,
our
okay.
audience
Okay, yes,
and
okay.
raise additional.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, a visual treatment, a creative document that illustrates the director's vision, essentially a visual blueprint for the movie.
Yeah.
May include artistic references, characters, cinematography, locations, PDF. So what we can do in that case is we have a really cool deck that we just, and to fill you guys in. So we, about the budget. So I think it was yesterday or the day before, we were tearing the budget to pieces and we managed to get it from 3.4 to 2.6 something million, and which is actually £2 million, which is good because that's where we needed to be. So we sent off the budget and the top sheet and the deck and the screenplay and all of this to the very nice man in England who's offered us £1 million. So he got all of that, I believe today, right? Yeah, today. But I just want to show you guys, I can't really kind of get into the deck too much with you guys because it's all top secret, but I'm sure I can just, if Patrick puts on his earmuffs and looks the other way just for a second, I can just kind of give you guys a little flash of it. So
No, just take off the text.
I will for the lookbook, but I want people to see the deck is so cool. Like, I'll just give you a little. Here we go. So this is the first page, second page, third page, fourth page. Oh, I don't know why it's flickering. Fifth page with Johnny Pemberton, who's attached. Oops. Comps, horror movie comps, and there's our Girl in the Basement. We got our horror movie comps here for female-driven horrors. Budget. Investment opportunities, the repayment schedule, also known as the waterfall. Oops. A timeline of where we at, where we go. Where we at, where we go. The team, there I am. There's Patrick, there's Marcus, there's Kimberly, that's the team. And then a thank you page. And this is actually from the movie. So one of the things they want us to do for this beyond the lens or breaking through the lens opportunity is they want us to send them a visual treatment. So we're going to take the deck and we're just going to take all the words off it. And then the full script. That sounds pretty easy. Projects must have a director and a producer attached. Check. Projects will come from any country. America is still a country. Still hanging on by the skin of its teeth. We must have completed a feature film or documentary that received distribution.
Producer.
Check.
Yep.
Yeah, easy. Top sheet can be submitted.
Yeah, we apply for all of those are good for us.
So why don't you do a new top sheet and break out 10,000 from the marketing and put it literally for crowd equity? Okie dokie. Questions, Pat?
Scissor Mouth.
So is it hard to add a top line item?
No.
No, it's very easy.
Oh, you can?
So that means we could add another 10,000. Change this 190,000, add 10,000, something else.
But it will be a top line item. You won't have to drill down into it, right? It'll be like publicity.
Well, I'll have to go do something inside there to put it in, but that'll show on the top sheet.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't create a new top line item.
Yeah, I can, yeah. But
No,
it
you
won't-
know,
but I can totally create a new top line item.
So you can create another publicity.
Okay, yeah.
How? Show me how.
Oh, wait.
That's not a,
No,
if you
no,
do it.
Stop it. Insert row. 6,600.
Oh, perfect.
Just insert a row.
And then here,
I'll name it. What do you want me to name it?
Reg CF crowd equity,
very good. Go.
or just put crowd equity. Crowd equity campaign. Awesome.
Okay, right now I can go.
It's zero. So I
Yeah. So you can put in 10K in there and then take out 10,000 from publicity.
We-
Yay, we're off to the races. All right, let me see if I can start getting this application going. It's exciting. The application must be written in English. Applicants must have copyright. Applicants must have previous film or television experience. Come on, please. Okie dokie. Looks
Do
good.
you want to take that and make the publicity 190?
Yes,
So we don't change the amount.
correct. Okay, let's apply now. Click apply now. Email address. Deborah. Okay, full name. Deborah Richards. That's my name, B. Cool, guys. We just uploaded the screenplay, the visual treatment, and the top sheet. So now we're going to answer some questions. First one's easy. Name. Applicant's role, director. Genre, horror. If other, please specify. Romance, love story. Production country, select all that apply.
USA.
Number 1. Debatable. TU. Thank you. United States of America. Intended shooting locations.
New Mexico?
New Mexico.
30.
But that's 30%.
30% tax incentive. Film languages. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Texan, yeah. English. Director's first and last name, if different from applicant. Nope.
No.
Director's bio. Okay, do I just rip this from my website,
Yeah.
I guess? Because it's now all official. Just make sure there's no M's in there. Oh, there's one. We'll get rid of it. We all know what the M's mean. Maybe you guys don't, which is a good thing. Don't ask. I won't tell. Very helpful. Nope. Okay, this is my bio. Deborah Richards is a next-gen writer, director, and part of a bold new wave of Hollywood filmmakers who emerged from the ashes of the 2020 shutdown. So dramatic. Launching her feature film career. You can read this on my website if you want to read that. Okay, Scissor Mouth. Your bio, we're going to go to Shaken and Stirred, themovie.com. And guys, this is really cool. What we do is we put an EPK, like a little press kit, on our website so that anyone reviewing the movie, doing any press, anything whatsoever, they can just pull up this press kit and all the information about the movie is all here in this press kit, including Patrick's bio, so I can just copy and paste that, hopefully.
Not much.
Not much. You want to ask ChatGPT to whip you up something real quick?
Yeah, let's do that. I think the one on IMDb is bigger, larger. It is.
Is it current?
Yeah, I looked at it.
Okay, maybe we can combine the two and ask ChatGPT to merge them. In the interest of expediting expedition. Expedition? Yeah.
Expedite.
In the interest, whatever. Make it quicker. Okay, let's do that. ChatGPT. Good morning. Start off being nice to computers and the robots. They don't come for us in a revolution. Oh, I'm so polite. Good morning, Deborah. What can I help you with today?
I realize you made it when you work.
Uh-huh.
All you have to do is sit at meetings and pet your animal.
Like Blofeld, you know?
He's enjoying the good life right now.
Like Blofeld.
I'd like you to write a bio for my producer, Patrick Words.
Using IMDb.
Sorry. Words. Using his IMDb. And this. Done. Okay, let's see what it spits out. Searching the web. It's looking for you. Patrick Words is an Emmy-nominated producer and co-owner of 1905 Films, a boutique production company based in Las Vegas. He garnered an Emmy nomination for his exceptional work on several projects.
On one project.
I know. For his exceptional work on his feature-length documentary, No Greater Odds, notably. Okay, we'll clean this up.
I should have the grand prize for this feature.
I'd like you to add something about Patrick's passion for inclusion and diversity in each of his projects, as he is a strong supporter of women and women, LGBTQ and minorities in film. How's that?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see what spits out. It's better already.
Didn't premiere, screened. Well,
And it didn't win that.
yeah.
I wonder where it's getting that from. That's good enough to begin with.
Yeah. Just put that in.
We'll just tweak. At the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C., where I helped raise national awareness and support for community colleges. At 1905 Films, Patrick produced multiple award-winning shorts and was a key creative force behind Deborah Richards' debut feature. Which 122, which instead of one we should say which found distribution, which was acquired at AFM which was acquired at AFM 2021?
2022. 2020, yeah,
2022 by Indie Joints. You continue to build on that momentum with 2020 Shaken Stirred. 2025 feature. Known for his thoughtful equity-driven approach to storytelling, Patrick is currently producing next feature. Known for his thoughtful equity-driven approach, is currently producing. I don't think it should be 1905 Films next feature. The horror feature, the horror thriller, Scissor Mouth boundary pushing genre feature film.
Right.
How does that all look and sound?
The pushing genre feature film, Stephen Guthrie. Yeah, that sounds great.
It sounds great. You should put this on your website. Do you have a website?
I did. I not anymore. Can you see what the questions are so I see if I need to be here?
He's like, I'm busy. I'm just counting my money.
No. I have to drop off the film festival files.
Yeah. I know. I'm just teasing. Hold on. We'll see what the other questions are. Okay. Writer's bio, if different.
No.
Writer's IMDb,
No.
if different. Key cast, yes.
Yes.
Key crew, no.
No.
Well, actually, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Story synopsis, no problem. Director's statement, my visual. Okay, yep, I got that. Project status timeline.
Yeah.
What actions the grant would allow you to take. Link to mood reel or proof of concept. Sure, we can do that. Industry exposure your project has received so far. Development lab script.
Do you want to do this after I come back? It'll take about 20 minutes.
No, I think most of this I can actually do.
Production budget, we get the top sheet. We got financing, sure.
I can say we have. We're currently in negotiation for £1 million of equity in the UK.
Yeah.
Gender identity, sex, yes please. If other, I am an alien. Yeah. So are you going to go do that now then?
Yeah. I told her I'll be there right after 2 shows. That's fine because there's the window of time.
So will you be back for the Susan meeting?
Which is in when? 3.
It's at 3. I mean,
Yeah,
I want
It's
to.
going to be 20 minutes if I go now.
The purpose of the Susan meeting is for me to develop a rapport
I
with
know.
her to begin with.
Yes, 20 minutes.
But I still want
If I
you to
go
be in
now.
the background. Okay, cool. Okay, so what's happening now is our movie that most recently came out, the documentary Shaken and Stirred, the story of Flair Bartending. You can check out the link down below. You can even rent or purchase it today. It is headlining at the Nevada Women's Film Festival next week on Saturday the 21st. So we've had a lot of problems getting the files to the Nevada Women's Film Festival. So in the end, we've decided we're just going to put it on a drive. And apparently the woman in charge of media, Veronica, she's just around the corner. So here is the drive with the movie, and Patrick's out the door to go deliver the movie so that we can have a successful film festival screening. Cool. Okay, so I just have to work through some of these questions and plug in the answers. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. So it's going pretty good. Patrick just got back from dropping off that drive, and right now he's checking some of my work and my answers on the applications. Let's check in and see what he thinks.
Who are like you champions, which from elements with nice equity rate success losses to convert.
Is it making sense?
Top. And that one joy.
Maybe I shouldn't bother him. I'll let him get on with this and check in with him in a second.
Cool.
Cool, I'm on the home stretch now with answering some of these questions. We've done all the big ones. Let's see, some of the big questions were obviously things like my bio, Patrick's bio, Marcus's bio, so the producers, right? And then Kimberly, our casting director's bio. She's a CSA casting director. Then we had to put in that Johnny Pemberton from Fallout is attached. Then it wanted a story synopsis. Then it wanted a director's statement. So I wrote 450 words, director's statement, talking about my personal connection to the material and the tone and visual language of the story that I want to tell. And then we had to do a project status timeline. So I had to list all the things we've completed so far, such as production ready screenplay, budget complete, schedule complete, star attached, LLC and banking established, copyright with Library of Congress, that's all knocked out of the way. And then talk about the next critical steps and how long they will take to achieve this with our A plan. Next question was detail what action this grant would allow you to take. So we go into detail about how we would use this $10,000 to launch our Regulation CF crowd equity campaign so that we can raise some crowd equity in addition to private equity. And the reason why we want to raise crowd equity is so that we can build the audience as we're raising money from said audience. And we can also retain majority of the control on the movie. And most importantly, something that I think I'm going to get tattooed on my arm, FDG. Do you know what FDG is?
No.
First dollar gross. So, anywho's, moving on. It asked us to link to the proof of concept that we've done, so we've done that. And then I gave a little descriptor explanation of the proof of concept. I said the aim of our proof of concept was to convey the core story, tone, and narrative potential of Scissor Mouth, not to represent the visual style or production design of the final feature. The feature film will not be shot in black and white, nor will it feature dolls or puppetry. Those creative choices were unique to the proof of concept and served as a stylized, resourceful way to communicate the story's themes during early development. So, because sometimes when we show people the proof of concept, they're like, oh, is the feature going to be black and white? It's like, no. And also you can check out the proof of concept at scissormouth.com, but we also use like dolls and stuff to kind of convey the big story beats. And no, the feature film won't be a movie about dolls. So, you have to explain this to people, because sometimes the people checking boxes and writing grants or green lighting projects, they don't necessarily have a lot of imagination. That's why they need people like us, artists. Okay, it says, please outline any industry exposure your project has received. So we talk about the from script to screen, screenwriting lab that I was in. And then we talk about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screenplay competitions that are placed in the finals, quarterfinals, finalists, semi-finalists. And then we also speak about the 3 film festivals locally that we've played the proof of concept at, just for kicks. Then it asks us about the budget, 2.639655, slotty numbers. And it asks us about if we've secured any equity so far. So we talk a little bit about the financing that we're currently negotiating. Now we're at the sticky end of the wicket, because these are the questions that I hate. The first question, gender identity. I'm cool with that, okay? But the next question, sexual orientation. Whose business is it? Whose business is it if I like men, women, both? Whose business is it what I do in the bedroom? I don't understand why these organizations either offer it's always the things that offer opportunities. They want to know who you're effing. And I don't understand why. Patrick, please chime in.
It's all about, identity.
Identity, what does that mean? I know what my identity is. What is my sexual preference? What business is that of someone who is deciding my artistic merit? Nothing to say? Obviously, Pat doesn't have anything to say on the conversation.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. What? Tell me your opinion.
No, I agree.
You agree? It's a ridiculous question, right? So, the festivals, grant writers, boot camps, competitions. I'm speaking to you guys right now. Stop asking people what their sexual preference is. It's none of your beeswax. It's nosy and it's weird. It's weird. Okay, all right, my rant's over. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, sexual orientation is none of your beeswax. How did you hear about us? Ooh, Film for Towels. Amazing.
Did I write that down?
Did you write that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I was going to say it already self-populated. That's strange. Are you currently a BTTL member? Yes. If not, are you interested to learn about the BTTL? Am I a BTTL member? I'm unsure. Yes, I'm interested in learning more. Any other points you would like to mention? Patrick, here's our final chance. Is there anything else we want to say in this box?
We've been rejected by better people than you.
Okay, I got all the information in and we are ready to submit. You ready to do this, Pat? Ready to submit?
Yeah, submit.
Let's do it. Pay $29.99 and submit. Let's look at the little button.
$30.
Let's see the little button here. Submit and wait 117 days. Payment in progress. So this is the early bird registration. So I don't think we find out anything for 117 days.
Yeah, it's forever, but it's
So-
still great.
So do me a favor. Oh, look, it says, look, woohoo!
Submit again.
Look, it says submitted successfully. You can edit your submission until submissions close. Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
Receive recommended
Something else?
opportunities
That's
every
pretty
2 weeks. Receive features, insights, and news every month. Sure. Because I need more email.
Yeah,
Okay, click. Done. It's my happy dance. We've submitted. We have to wait a very, very long time. But guys, do me a favor. Mark down 117 days from now on your calendar. And if I forget, in 117 days, let me know. Cool. Okay, so that's the first big chunk of today done. Next thing, I have a meeting in a minute with Susan Lumsden, who is a very talented DP from Australia. She's DP'd 3 Netflix shows in the United Arab Emirates, I believe, which is pretty cool. And I reached out to her. I found her on Women in Media LA, and then I reached out to her through Instagram, and I started having a conversation with her, and I explained that I'm looking for a DP that's maybe at a higher level than we are to help elevate our work. And I asked her, how do you choose the projects that you work with? And she was like, oh, that's a great question. And we got chit-chatting, and she said, send me the screenplay for Scissor Mouth. So I sent that, I think, last week or the week before. She graciously read it, and she loved it. She thought it was really well written and really tight, which is the general consensus of opinion, which is why we're going to be spending $2.6 million on making it into a film in the first place. So she's into it. So I said, hey, how about we do a coffee and Zoom and chat and get to know each other? Because here's the thing, with a DP, it's not just a case of hiring a DP and barking orders at them, something like that. It's you gotta develop as a director, you gotta develop a rapport with a DP and develop a cinematic language between you. So if you go, like in the beginning of No Country for Old Men, when there's the montage of West Texas, and hopefully your DP can say, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, because we've seen the same movies and we share the same cultural, or most of the same movies, and we share the same cultural references and art references. So I'm really hoping for cup of coffee, get to know her, get to hear her story, and learn about what moves her in terms of art, music, film. I'll mention some of my visual aesthetic ideas for the story and see if that resonates with her. She's actually into Nordic noir, which I didn't really realize was such a specific genre until recently. And one of the things that I love about Nordic noir, which has commonality with this screenplay, is the big, open, desolate landscapes, like the the landscapes themselves become a character in the story. So that's some common ground right off the bat that I know that we both have, and probably why the story, resonated with her at some level because she can see that. So I'm very excited about this. So I guess the best thing for me to do right now is make a fresh pot of coffee so that when she comes on, we can have a good old chin wag, which is what we say in England for a chat, and get to know each other. So let me get some coffee. Hi, Susan.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. So good to meet you. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Bit chilly here this morning.
Is it really?
Yeah, because we're in the middle of winter.
Of course, of course. It's baking hot here in Las Vegas. It's like a blow dryer out there.
And that, yeah, it's kind of we're opposite seasons because normally we're baking.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for everything so far. Seriously, you've been very gracious with your time, and thank you for reading the screenplay and making space for time today. I'm really grateful, I guess is my point, and just want to say thank you. And I'd love to learn more about you and your journey and how you got to where you are and what fires you up and all that good stuff. Yeah, so I figured for the house burning in the distance, I don't think we'll be burning a house at this budget level, but what we can do is potentially where that house is, create the lighting there, and we'll CGI the house in. But maybe we throw some practical smoke up in the sky as well.
Yeah, that always helps,
Yeah.
and that.
Yeah, to get that billowing real smoke.
Billowing, real smoke, and then it does make the CGI work so much better.
Yeah, I want to do stuff as practical as possible in this film, but my favorite application of CGI is when it's combined with a practical effect. That I think really enhances things. But listen, darling, I won't keep you any longer. Thank you so much for your time. Let's keep the conversation going. Have an amazing day and stay warm.
Beautiful. You stay cool.
I'll try my best. All right, Susan, thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
That went really great.
Yeah, it did.
You happy with how the conversation went?
Yeah.
She's very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Wow, so that was a really cool meeting with DP Susan Lumsden in Australia. And it is Friday over there, even though it's Thursday. It's Thursday afternoon here. It's Friday morning over there, and she was telling us that it's a little chilly over there. But that was lovely, getting to know her and letting her know about the project, and I think that was really positive. So we're going to keep the conversation going. I'm still going to speak to a bunch of other DPs because we have to. Can't buy the first car that I see on the lot. I'm only laughing because I have actually done that. I think the first time I ever went shopping for a car in Las Vegas, my friends were like, do not buy the first car you see. And I saw this red convertible and I was like, I have to have it. So, but this is not a car on a lot. This is a DP, and this is a very intense and serious professional relationship, so we have to get it right. But she's definitely a contender, which is really exciting. So, guys, that's about it for today. But tomorrow is going to be really exciting because we are... Well, I'm going to save that for tomorrow. You're just going to have to jump on tomorrow and see what we're doing tomorrow because that's pretty exciting. But I'll clue you in then. But thank you for being here with us. And if you like this long-form content, please subscribe. It makes a real big difference. Please click like down below. And I will see you all tomorrow for more Film Development Hell. Peace.